What's up, guys? Welcome and welcome back. Today we're going to be reacting to a video from my brother Shisha Zed. Roll the clip.
LaVar Ball reveals his wife of 30 years ended their marriage. Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better. People magazine we're looking at here is quoting him saying, decided to go her separate way. They have a few need-to-knows here. Let's read that. It says, LaVar Ball reveals he and his wife, Tina, have been separated after nearly 30 years together. That's a long time. Ball said Tina decided to go her own way and wanted to do something else, adding, that's fine with me. This is probably one of the largest betrayals any man could go through. Finally, here it reads, the former couple tied their knot in 1997. 4 years after I was born. This is a long time. And shared 3 kids who are very famously known, Lonzo, LaMelo, and LiAngelo Ball. Now, for anyone who doesn't follow basketball, LaVar Ball is for sure one of the most recognizable sports fathers of the decade. He is the outspoken businessman behind the Big Baller brand and the father of LiAngelo. Lonzo and LaMelo made it to the NBA, while LiAngelo pursued professional basketball and later music. So to some, LaVar Ball can be seen as a controversial figure, but regardless of whatever people may think of his personality, no one can deny or ignore the impact and role he played as a father. And this is the coffee pot after all, so we have to recognize the fact that LaVar Ball helped raise 3 talented, focused, and confident young men who pursued their goals at a very high level, with 2 of them reaching the NBA. That type of discipline and belief doesn't just come out of nowhere. He was present, he invested in his sons, and he made sure they believed that they belonged on the biggest stages. And that alone is inspiring to many fathers.
30 years of marriage down the drain. But you got to give LaVar Ball a lot of credit. This guy put not 1, not 2, but all 3 of his sons in the NBA. That's got to be some kind of record, man. The man loves his family. And this is his reward. It's insane.
But this divorce is sparking a lot of conversations surrounding a recent tragic situation that his wife went through, where he was there for her and nursed her back to health, or at least was a part of that process very closely, because they were still married during that time. And the thing that people are saying right now is, when she needed him most during his recent health crisis with his diabetes and him having to lose a leg, she decides to leave and destroy their marriage of 30 years. To a lot of people who looked up to the Ball family as a whole, this left a bad taste in their mouth. Here's just like a few videos that highlight what people are saying. I'll go ahead and start with this one with the caption, divorced after 35 years. You gotta love the internet. Like they'll slowly start to like exaggerate facts. One number at a time. It was 30 years, now it's jumped up to 35 within 18 hours. No more, it's time to check it out.
LaVar Ball just announced on Neon Stream that him and his wife have divorced. And keep in mind, it wasn't him that initiated it.
Tina decided to go her own way. That's why you don't see it right here. But she want to go do something else, that's fine with me. We had our run.
Now, they've been together for over 30 years, and keep in mind, when she had her stroke, this dude was by her side the entire time, helping her with her physical therapy.
See, my name is Tina. My name
is Tina.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I love you.
There you go. That's perfect. Faster. Higher. There you go. Come on, see, that's good. Your mind is...
Okay, so you guys probably won't be able to see this just because, reality TV shows and copyrights and stuff, but I can see why people look at the situation and they are triggered and they're wondering, like, what's happened? What's going on? We don't know what exactly is happening behind the scenes, but we can take a good guess. We see many times that modern women today initiate divorces in many cases because they believe, number one, either they can do better, they feel like they can do better, maybe because you went through something tragic and they don't want to stick around and take care of you, or maybe you lost your job. Maybe it is because of his health reasons. I don't want to confirm that, because I think that's definitely up for debate. I don't know. What do you guys think about that angle, leave your comments down below.
Well, my comments are these. If it were reversed, if she would have wanted to help him back to health after a stroke, and he abandoned her after getting her leg amputated due to diabetic complications, you already know what the talk of the town would be. And they would call him everything but a child of God if he did it.
But I think any reason, even the reason of I could do better or I'm just not happy, is a terrible reason to destroy your marriage. Because at the end of the day, you promised through sickness and health, through death, till death do us part. Which is why I always say a lot of people need to revisit their vows and just be honest and say, hey, if you lose a leg, a limb, you go through tragic, hey, you lose your job, it's over. No questions asked, we are done.
At this point, what even is love, bro? Because what do you mean you had 3 kids? 2 of them went to the NBA. You've been together for 30 years, went through all that adversity, but then now she wants to leave?
She was always beautiful in my eyes until you say, I want to go do something else. Yeah. Now you're not as beautiful to me again. The fact that if you decide to go this way, I'm going to go that way. That's fine.
Okay, so I didn't mention this earlier, but this conversation he's having right there was had with very popular streamer who goes by the name Neon. And I want to play this for you because I like how this conversation came up. Neon, the streamer that you see here on screen, was talking about how he was going to treat his wife. She pretty much sounded like he was going to spoil her, do everything he could possibly. She wouldn't have to work. She wouldn't have to do nothing. I'm just going to make sure I take care of my future wife. And LaVar Ball said, hey, don't, I'm trying to remember the exact words he used, but it was something along the lines of take it easy. You don't have to go that hard. Make sure that she's reciprocating. Don't give her everything, which is the type of advice you would get from a man who's not afraid to be honest. I mean, I remember my dad telling me something along the same lines of, I've said it before on my channel, never love a woman too much, and that could be interpreted in many ways. And people can hear that and interpret it very negatively, but I understood what he meant the older that I got. Let's listen to it. Engaged or soon-to-be married men, getting a prenup doesn't have to be confusing. At fathershaverights.com, we break everything down in plain, simple English so you feel in control from day one. Here's one of our 5-star reviews from Logan. I didn't know much about prenups before, but the way everything was explained made it easy to understand. It didn't feel overwhelming or super legal heavy. It was just real advice that actually made sense. I feel way more secure going into marriage now. Grab the guide for the price of a couple of dinner dates by clicking the pinned link in the comments and join the hundreds of future husbands securing their marriages the right way.
With my wife, Tina decided to go her own way. That's why you don't see her right here. But she want to go do something else, that's fine with me. We had our run. So even though she had the stroke and getting older, she would never be like, oh man, she was always beautiful in my eyes until you say, I want to go do something else. Yeah. Now you're not as beautiful to me again. The fact that if you decide to go this way, I'm going to go that way. That's fine.
That's deep.
It is what it is, man. And like I said, anytime you can find somebody you can stay in love with for a long time, or for one day or whatever, if you can witness that love, that's good. I had that one. And I found somebody else, but it is what it is.
Wait, who?
You can tell that he's not wanting to bash his soon-to-be ex-wife here, because I'm assuming he's like, hey, the mother of my children. You can tell that he's hurt.
No, I'll have a tea, actually.
You can tell that he does not want to drink that coffee.
No need to worry.
Sorry,
Go ahead.
for my, when I have my wife, I'm gonna make sure that she don't gotta work or nothing. Like, I'm gonna give her everything.
Here we go.
Like, literally everything.
But listen, don't give her too much.
No, I'm gonna give her the world.
Yeah, don't give her too much, though.
What?
She go crazy. Let her do something. Bring something to the table.
Love.
Bring something to the table. Yeah, but it's more than love.
That's wisdom right there. Let her bring something to the table.
And listen, shout out to Neon. I mean, the guy's done very well for himself. He's worth tens of millions of dollars, but he's still blue pill and plugged into the gynocracy.
Let her bring something to the table, and it's more than love. Literally, such a contradiction to what we hear a lot of the time spewing from many chicks online of, I am the table. I don't have to bring anything except me. And I don't think this is performative. I think that this streamer actually probably believes what he's saying, right? Like he plans to do that, treat her like a princess. I'm not saying you can't treat your wife like a princess, because I believe, sure, you want to treat. Listen, if you love your wife, if you pick a woman today, she's set apart from the rest. She's amazing. She's not like the others, right? Within reason. Within reason here, we're still drinking coffee. But what am I trying to say? She's not out of her mind. She doesn't have the same rhetoric that you hear online. And so, of course, you want to reward a woman like that and treat her good. You have to also maintain a boundary. There is such thing as giving too much. There is such thing as pedestalizing a woman too much. And right here is some wisdom that's being shared.
We'll get some love from somebody that's free. But anyway, let me tell you this. Let her do something. Don't give her everything. As long as she don't ask for nothing, then you give her a lot. But don't give her too much. Because then she's going to do something else, because that's going to fade out.
Let's kind of feed these comments. Let's go back to this video. Let's see what people are talking about in the comment section. Top comment here says 2 sides to every story. And somebody responded back. LaVar was helping her go through physical therapy after her stroke, helping her move normally again. He was by her side the entire time. Of course, you know, if there's one thing the chicks are going to do online, the modern women, is they're going to encourage divorce. Next comment here says, you can do everything and give them the world, still not enough. Somebody else who says, yeah, I'm going to stay single. F this. Another person who says, he probably was a lot to deal with. He has a strong personality. You know why none of this matters? I come from a family of very, 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 very strong personality. My father, very strong personality. And I mean very strong personality. Very strong. To the point where there were times when I wondered, because if you met my dad and met my mother, and they're very opposites, right, in that way. She's no pushover, but she is mellow, toned, soft, and he is the exact opposite. And they're married till this day. When I ask my parents, sometimes I'll forget. I'll be like, hey, how long have you guys been married? They'll say, as long as you've been alive, we've been married. I'm 32 years old. Right? I'm 32 years old, so they've been married for 32 years. And when I look at the two of them, I just remember like, hey, you picked this dude. And I love my dad. I love my mom. Great relationship with my parents. But you picked this. So you can't now act like you didn't pick your significant other. You didn't pick your husband and you didn't pick your wife. And the crazy thing is, if you're seeing a personality type, especially like LaVar Ball, trust and believe that this is the more tamed version of him, the older that he's gotten. And he was twice the personality type probably when he was younger, because people tend to, that's just how things tend to go. Right? So I don't buy the whole, he's a lot to deal with. Though I heard this video right here. You had chicks who are in the comment section. I'm going to play this video saying like, oh, he's mean. He's mean. You think she didn't know that he's mean?
Of course she's wearing a fucking bonnet.
Before marrying him? None of that matters. It's like all these chicks who choose men because initially you're attracted to that man. And that strong personality type came with its benefits, right? Very driven, big dreams, big goals. Many of them pick men who are terrible and don't even have those good attributes and decide to have kids with them. You can't complain. You picked that man, you made those promises, so this whole like he's mean to me just doesn't make sense.
Well, LaVar Ball and his wife Tina has divorced after 30 years. I wonder why. So did y'all see him on stream with Neon talking about that his wife left him after 30 years, even after, you know, he held her down and everything through her stroke? And I saw another clip of him talking to his new girl, telling her to bring him a paper towel and she needed to hurry up and do it, and she needed to do what the he says, and that she was moving too slow. If he talked to his wife like that for the past 30 years, I would have lived his too. Especially after him losing the leg. I see a lot of people in the comments talking about, oh, after all that he did for that family, you know, she's up for that. You know what I'm saying? You never know what the that woman was going through. You never know what the she was going through. And at the end of the day, she got what the she wanted. All her sons as well.
Wow. Did you hear that?
Yeah. There you go, guys. The quiet part spoken out loud. They're there to get what they need, and then off they go. To hell with what it does to you and the sons.
I'm off. So now she don't need him anymore. You know, that's how those basketball wives get down. Once they see no more service of you, they gone. And like I say, especially after he done lost a leg. She don't give a damn about nothing no more.
Whoa. So after he's lost a leg, it's your time to go. Beware the bonnet. Beware the bonnet crew. Beware of the bonnet crew. She got some of these comments, of course. See what these crazy chicks are talking about. Top comment here says, he was mean. Oh, he was mean. Somebody responded back and says, very. I believe it. This chick here says. Next comment here says, Tina has been set free. These chicks are freaking out of their minds. I hope she's living her best life. They love to see a family broken, man. They just, it's like any time a family's broken, they just, I don't know what they feel in their spirits. Next comment here says, I would love to hear her side of dealing with him, even though I have my thoughts. Somebody else here says, I was on his side until I saw that video. Now I get her. What video are they talking about? All right, I found it. LaVar Ball starts yelling at his girlfriend while on live stream with Neon. Check it out.
Just take one, but you got to give him a napkin first, Amor, so they can put it's a napkin right here. Amor, do what I tell you, and we good. Do what I tell you, we good.
Oh my God.
Do what I tell you and we good is crazy.
There you go. She takes so long to get a napkin. This is all you do, fast.
I'll deal with you later. He
Just
says.
take one.
No, this is a man who's probably hurting. You know. At this point, do you think that he trusts a woman? Like, he understands what this is. Also, if I'm just going to remove the blinds here, a lot of this stuff is for the stream. Like, a lot of it is for entertainment. He understands that people are going to talk about this. He gets it. And probably would make a good streamer, right? I'm not trying to say that I don't think he's actually doing this. I think he is. Any chick who he's going to deal with after a 30-year marriage that hasn't worked out well, you just better be ready to go. I don't know what to tell you. Of course, guys, I'm curious to know, what do you think? Leave your comments down below. Tonight's time about peace. Hey,
Shout out to our brother Shisha Zed. I'll leave a link to his channel pinned to the top comment. You guys stop by, say hi, and tell him I sent you. But there's a lot of lessons compacted in this video, guys. Number one, it does not matter who you are. If you commit to Western women, this is what you're looking forward to. Number two, you are not safe, guys. LaVar Ball has created a literal dynasty in real time, worth millions of dollars. You saw the size of that kitchen. Imagine what the rest of the house looks like. Nursed her back to health from a semi-vegetative state to where she can look at him in his time of need and say, I'm inconvenienced and I'm out the door. This is crazy work, man. This is crazy work. Great divorces happen every day. And unfortunately, this man is the newest victim on the chopping block. Guys, maybe the MGTOW guys have a point. That said, that's my time. Like the video? Comment down below. Share this video with a friend. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Never let your brother suffer in silence when the truth can set him free. Networkers, we working. Until next time.